Okay, am I back? Okay. I think the internet cut out there for a second. Let me refresh my stream manager. Okay. It looks like I'm back. Something happened with the internet and it cut out entirely for a second there, it looks like. But I should be back. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Double check. Yeah, that's weird. But it looks like my bitrate's stable now. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go back to what I was doing then before we cut out. Hopefully the people who were watching make their way back in. So I'm gonna put this maple workbench over here. Yeah, I think maple, that's gonna look pretty good. And I can do this, and it has that little tap there. And we'll need one of our water barrels. And we'll put that there. And I think our soapy water can go somewhere nearby too. We look like we're still good. I'm keeping an eye on the bit rate and everything. What's going on there? That my bit rate seems stable on OBS. I think we're good. Let me look at the internet box. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So let's see what we have here. It's a shame. Um that yeah, okay. It's a shame that we lost it because I think we lost our viewers there for a bit. But that's fine. I hope that doesn't mess up my VODs too much. But I guess it's okay. Oh, our mud blocks are done. Okay, I've got to figure out what to do with with the rest of this. So the slaked lime can be moved over here probably. The lye can be moved over here. We're gonna probably just store this stuff over here for now. I'm gonna put the soapy water is definitely gonna go. Let's put it right there for now. Our olive oil. I'm gonna have to find a more permanent spot for this stuff later. But the um But for now, we're going to put it over here so that it's out of the way. Okay. Yep. Let's see. We'll move. I'm going to put one of the water barrels. I'm going to put it like out here. That way we can leave it unsealed and it can refill. We're gonna put these over here for a bit. You know, I was working on that. I was working on that road, and now we're just kind of entirely just working on this. I hope that I can break this and it's not going to do anything to my cabbages. Okay, cabbages are fine. Oh, and these vessels, I can place... Yeah, I can place that one there. This one is mostly has grains in it. Ooh, so I could actually just put it right there. Yeah. Looking nice so far. Okay, let's take all this stuff that we have lying on the ground here. Oops. I'm running desperately low on food, so... we definitely need to cook some food before I continue on with this. Ooh, I need to get racks in here. Ooh, I'll put them all along the back parts. Make them out of maple. So let's get our pot of food going. So we need... What nutrients do we need? I think we need fruits and vegetables. So let's get some of this pumpkin and 2 squash. Pumpkin squash soup is like probably an actual... That's like an actual thing. Oh, and we need our logs. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to move them out here so we can grab at them, but hopefully they'll be far enough away that they're not going to like catch on fire or anything. I think they should be. I don't think there's any reason why they wouldn't be. I'll just place that there. While that's cooking, let's get these bricks. Keep an eye on the bit rate to make sure that we don't like drop out again. But it seems like we're pretty stable now. Okay. And no, bricks is where I was storing, or my stone. Mortar here. We're gonna need more mortar. So actually I do need some more sand. I guess let's just take the rest of this sand and put it in our barrel of lime. Okay, I am starving. You can see the screen starting to get desaturated because I am starving. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm actually going to need more food than that. So let's grab another log and throw it on the fire. And this time we'll make... we'll do another thing, but we'll do 3 squash this time. And we'll put the soapy water. And there we go. and then we'll have more food here in a second. Okay, let's see. Food should be done here in a bit. Fine. Okay, we have our food, our soup, and we can eat another one. Okay. I don't think I have any. I need to put up a lot of these extra molds that we were having. That we had. We made these a long time ago just to kind of satisfy achievement stuff. I think the blowpipe can go on a tool rack. I need some more maple. I'm gonna go chop down some more maple trees. I know we have a couple more maple trees out here. They should be out here where we had the silver. And I don't know if we'll cut down all of these trees, but I think we'll cut down at least 2, maybe 3. Okay. Oh, we're getting so many saplings from these, though. I think we'll just do these 2. Because that gets us a whole stack of maple. I should cut down these berry bushes while I'm out here. Ow. Let's see. We kind of lost a lot of people. And we haven't gotten anyone back yet, it doesn't look, fortunately. I think something may have happened with Twitch itself that cut out and made it so that looks like everyone's dropped. But that's fine. I'm used to streaming to a few people, or well, I'm used to streaming to a quiet room. I tend to have like a couple people that show up, and uh, and just don't really talk in chat. And give me a we go. Let's see. Let's see. What are we gonna do now? Um, let's keep. We're gonna place our things. What are those things called? Maple logs. Um, we're gonna place them back out here, and I like the idea of kind of piling them up here. I'm just hoping that they don't end up so close that they catch on fire, because that would be very tragic for us. Let's move over here. Oh, but that connects. Yeah, that's fine. Um, let's see. Hello. Yeah, this is coming along really nice, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear out more of this area. Oh, I'm gonna need a new shovel soon. But we're gonna clear out some more of this area here. And I don't know what I'll do with it. Do I have access? Does this mod have any like cosmetic stuff, like an actual table? I'm not seeing anything, so we'll have to get a little creative probably. Do I have chairs? No. Why would I have chairs? Okay. So we're gonna clear out this area. Maybe I'll use some of those mud bricks for this area too, because I just like the looks of the mud bricks, and they make really fun sounds when you step on them. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to look at. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the actual time itself, since my stream cut out and got restarted. The timer is now restarted, and I typically just look at the timer to know when to end stream, but I'm gonna have to keep an actual eye on the real time now, uh, so that I can know. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's make our bricks. Oh, actually, let's clear out our. Oh, I got the maple so that we could do a. Um, what is it called? Maple is. Will this pop? Yeah. Okay. Door in there. That barrel in there. But I wanted the maple so I could make some tool racks to put our barrels on. Let's do our bricks. And there, and there. Okay. I didn't really make a whole lot of these mud bricks, so... I don't even know if this will fill in this area. It won't. We need one more. Okay. But we can put door back on. Let's see. Okay. Door, that's back there. I need to put my maple barrel back with my aged whiskey. Okay. I need more... I need more mud bricks because I want to fill in this area with mud bricks too. I think it looks neat. I like the look on the bricks. It's just, it's a shame that it's so resource intensive to make them. Where is my jug? And we'll move our water barrel in there for a bit. Where is my, there it is. And let's, yeah, so I need mud. I think the last time I only did one stack of dirt. So let's do all three of these ones that we have. Need to do this a couple more times. Okay, and so that's 3 stacks, and we're gonna need more thatch or more straw. Okay, because we need to mix straw with the mud to make the, yeah. And do we even have, I don't think we have a whole lot of straw. I think we just have a very small amount. Straws over here. Let's go collect a bit more with our knife. Hopefully we can get a bit more before it turns nighttime. Trying to think about because I'm getting the uh I'm getting the VODs for these streams uploaded onto YouTube, and I'm kind of wondering if I should do it so that they come out a week after or 2 weeks, or how I should spread that out. I think right now the plan is to just do 2 weeks out. Don't know if it would be better to do it 1 week out though. I guess I do kind of need to give some time in between, regardless of if I do it 1 or 2 weeks, because I need time for the for YouTube to do its whole process of checking everything and making sure it's all okay. So things like the um things like copyright and stuff is the main important part. Okay, we have enough straw though. Okay, but we don't have what we lack is inventory space, but luckily, since that's just something we can do real easy, I don't really need to bother with having being near a crafting table. Oh, I can check my my OBS will tell me how long I've been streaming and give me a more accurate count than the session timer on my stream manager. So I'll just be using that. Okay. How did I end up with... How did I end up with 3 bricks? Oh, because you're dried. You're not one of the ones I have to place down, actually. That's how I ended up with 3 extra bricks. Okay. So hopefully this will get us enough mud bricks to make our to finish that cooking area. Okay, so those are all placed down, so we'll have to wait. I think it takes like a day for them to dry out. And I guess while we're doing that, while we're waiting for that, I guess we go back to making that pathway out to the ocean. Mortar in here. Bricks. Bricks. Yes, I guess. We're putting mud bricks in with the stone just because. I mean, it kind of makes straw. Oh, that's right. I was making the things, the racks. And you know what? We should probably go check on those chestnut trees because I don't know if we're at a point where we can. We're just gonna put you on the floor. I don't know if those chestnut trees have finished growing yet or not. Looks like maybe. I feel like there's more trees out here than last I checked. Oh, and we need to feed these guys. We especially need to feed the new guy. Because his friendship will actually decay. And you know what? There's a new little guy in here. Oops, I didn't mean to feed you. We're gonna let him keep his coat. Oh, there was 2. We're gonna let them keep their coat until they get up to 100. Okay, I can't tell which one of you's which. Yeah, don't all leave at once, I guess. You. We have 100% on most of these guys. Oh, you guys are so cute, though. Which means one of you needs, one of you needs, both of you. You both gave birth. That's probably why we have two. Alright, come here, buddy. You come here. There we go. You must be our other male. And we need you. Can I get you and you again? There we go. Okay, so now we'll have those we'll have more alpacas. And how long does it wait, you didn't even mate. Come over here. Look. Go, go. No, why aren't you? Come here. It says you're ready to mate. Then do it. Come on. Do it. Unless there's like a cooldown on this guy. I'm not sure if there is with the males. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, go after her. No. Maybe it might be a cooldown on the males mating, even though it says ready to mate. So I guess we'll just wait. Okay. Well, this one's pregnant now, so where's our other female? Are you pregnant? You're not. You're still in the ready to mate. No, wait. You're the male. You're the male as well. That one's pregnant. Okay, so we're gonna have to get this one pregnant later. Probably next day. Okay, there's starting to be an overwhelming number of alpacas, so we're probably gonna have to build a barn to put the babies in so that I can keep track of which one of these need to be fed and which ones don't. Okay, go on, move on. Okay, I'm not exactly sure when the timer for that resets. We're just gonna let them sit for a day, I guess. Let me check something real quick. Okay. So, all right, alpacas are taken care of, so that's good for now. I'm waiting on these bricks to dry. Shelves. That's what I keep forgetting about the tool racks, which we're gonna use as like shelves. So this is really cool. How many do we need? I think I'm gonna do 4, and I need some maple wood for that. Oh, I can make them over here because I got a crafting table over here now. So I'm just gonna cut these all up. So 1, 2, and that's 4. I'm gonna put these racks back here. And then I had to edit this. I had to add these to the tag that lets you hang them on the racks, but I can hang these bowls on this rack. And I feel like I don't really want the ceramic. Hey, get out of the house. These aren't, well, I mean, I guess I'm actually not upset about the bees being in the house. I just don't want them getting trapped in here. So I'm actually going to make some more wooden bowls with some of our leftover lumber because I want to keep it consistent. The ceramic bowls were mostly just because they were what we had access to at the start. But I want to keep it consistent so that they stack, and so we're going to use wooden bowls. Isn't that so cute? Look at that. I love this. It's okay. Let's drink some more water. Oh, my jug broke. Okay, that reminded me there's something else we need to do. I forgot that jugs can break. which actually we're gonna make another jug because I've been using that to like transport stuff. And you know what? We'll make 2 jugs, or maybe more. I don't know. We'll make a couple jugs, so that we can. Oh, can I hang jugs? If I can't, I can do something to fix that. But we're gonna make a couple more jugs, which means we need some clay. And let's see about making maybe 4 more jugs. So this, because we're going to be firing up the forge, because I need to make a new shovel, and I need to make the part to make an iron flask. Oh, hello. Welcome back. Haven't you haven't joined us in quite a while. We've been doing quite a bit in the meantime. I'm all the way to the Iron Age now, which we're about to make a couple more tools. I should probably make a chisel while I'm down here because our chisel's about to run out. We have a saw, but we're pretty low on the iron. Yeah, it happens. That's fine. I understand. Let's see. So let's get. Okay, we're running low on iron, so we'll have to deal with that later. Uh, and it looks like we're almost out of coal, but I actually have more coal, more charcoal that I just haven't dug up yet. And I guess I'll take this fire starter that I inexplicably have on me for some reason. Oh yeah, I haven't experienced too many crashes with uh fluid state. Um, I'll have to look into that. Because really, I haven't had TerrafirmaGreg crash too many times on my end, but ironically, I actually did have it crash earlier in this stream for the first time. Uh, I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, there must be some sort of there must be something specific that's causing that I just haven't ran into. It looks like if it's something with the fluid state, it probably has something to do with a very specific um specific material that is causing that crash. And I guess I've just been lucky enough to not run into it. I do know that in the most recent version, they were doing something with, I think it was oil sand, so I don't know if that counts for that or not, but okay. I need to take these out. Heck, I forgot the method for this one. Oh wait, this needs to be put into a flask. Bend, bend, punch, so that's 14, 16. Um, hmm. Hold on just a second. So I need 16, that's positive 16, so I need to get to negative 16. Um, which I could do if I do 2 heavy hits and a punch. Does that be 19? Yeah. So hard hit, punch, bend, punch. There we go. Yeah, if it's yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what exactly would be causing that. Since I haven't run into that issue myself, it's not something that I've looked into. But if you've figured out if there's that if you're having an issue you could probably go to the GitHub and post on there, or look and see if anybody else has posted a similar issue. Uh, they seem to be pretty good about taking care of that stuff. I know there's a new person who seems to be working on the mod pack, who is putting in a lot of work recently. So they might be able to help you out. Draws -15, and then I need to do 2 hits, so that's 21, which I can do 3 bends to hit. Come on. No. Oops, I didn't mean to pin that message. I was trying to see if I could see, because the it looks like the auto moderator is getting part of that message. So I was trying to see if I could see what it looked like before it got auto moderated. Masterfully forged chiselhead. Yeah, I can't see exactly what it's saying, but there's something as part of those messages that's getting blocked by the auto moderator, which is kind of funny. Okay, so I got that done, so I think that's all of what we needed from down here. So I need my sticks. But yeah, there's a person, they like just joined, and their name is like Pyritite or something like that. I remember it mostly because like I got confused when I first saw some of the updates in the change log, and I thought they were doing something with pyrite, the metal in the game. Um and no, it's just a guy named like Pyritite, I think. And he's been pretty active on the GitHub recently. So he might be able to help, or there's a chance somebody else has already posted that issue, because they're fairly active over there on the GitHub from what I've seen. That's probably what, a no such method error. Um, no such method error, net Minecraft material eyes. Hmm. I'm not too sure. Oh, I bet it's, yeah. I'm not too sure exactly what that one would be. It's some sort of fluid, and it looks like it's a fluid in a specific state. That dries 007 looks like maybe it's some fluid that's trying to like change from its current state into its next state. Um and it might be causing a crash because it's not able to. Yeah. Yeah, because it probably is like something it's trying to like flow, and then it dries out or something, which I'm not exactly sure. Let's see, TerrafirmaCraft. I'm not exactly sure what fluid that would be. It is a TFC fluid. Um, what? We got seawater, spring water, brine, milk. It's probably the ones that are most naturally, because most of these aren't naturally occurring, obviously. Um, it's probably it might have something to do with like the seawater or maybe spring water, because those are the only ones that that Terra Firmacraft adds in, um that Terra Firmacraft adds in that are naturally occurring. I've never had that issue though, because I've been around spring water and seawater before, and I haven't had an issue with any crashes. I don't know if you've ended up adding any extra mods into it, because it could be something that maybe I know I know when you were here last time, I mentioned something like the TFC Volcanoes mod, and I know that that does change some things regarding it. It changes some things regarding like what's it called? It changes some things with spring water, like because it makes it so that spring water can spawn other resources. Yeah, Parkour doesn't really add anything in except for like the patchouli book, so I don't think it would end up being an issue with that. Yeah, exactly. Um, it could be something with volcanoes. You know what? Also, I do know that there is a one of the things that TFC Volcanoes adds in is it does change some rules with how lava flows based on what kind of rock it's it's on. There could be some kind of issue with that, or it could be something with the because TFC Volcanoes adds in um it makes it so that you get renewable resources like from spring water from springs, and volcanoes will spawn things like sulfur and salt and I think like saltpeter. So there's a chance that it could have something to do with something that that mod is trying to do. Um, at any rate, it would before like going to the GitHub or anything to ask questions. I think uh, testing that would be one thing. Because I don't know if you're around any volcanoes or any like springs in your world. If that chunk is has a volcano or a spring in the world, it might actually be something like that. And I completely forgot to fire my jugs while I was down there. It's definitely worth checking out. If you figure out what's causing that though, let me know, because if it does end up being TFC volcanoes, I might have to remove that mod uh so that I don't experience a similar issue. Because I haven't been around too many springs. I probably just need the one charcoal. I haven't been around too many springs in this world, but there is a volcano that I want to go to that I saw earlier, and um if it's gonna cause crashes, I'm gonna have to take care of that before that happens. I should be able to do this with just the one piece of charcoal. This should be fine as long as I don't think it's gonna die before. We got like 2 minutes. Come on, just a little bit more, and then a pump from the bellows should. There we go. Now, I don't know. I should be able to hang these ceramic jugs on the tool racks, but if not, I should be able to add it. Yeah, that is always well, I can't hang it on the tool racks. Okay. Um what I'm gonna do, because I really want to hang those on those tool racks. Um so I'm actually gonna go out of this world for a real quick second, and you'll see a little bit of the magic behind some of this if anyone who's watching isn't super familiar with Cube.js. I'm gonna load up my creative world real quick. And I need to go in and I need to no, come on. Hope the screen doesn't flash or anything too much while I'm doing this. It shouldn't because the stream only has access to the actual thing. So let me open up my where did I add my tags to? I have my own folder for Cube.js for this mod pack. Yeah, let me know if the volcano causes that, because we might also check that out here in my creative world. So let me grab, I can show you the tool rack. It doesn't matter what kind I have. I need a tool rack and the jug. So, oops, I'm not even in creative mode. Okay, so I can't add it there, but use Cube.js to show me. FC ceramic jug. Should be able to add. And then I should be able to just add this TFC ceramic jug. Okay. Well, that's good to know that it's not the volcanoes causing the crash. But if you're on low render distance, you should be able to kind of go around a bit and maybe figure out exactly what figure out what's causing it. If you kind of go chunk by chunk, maybe. Okay, but now that I have that done, I should be able to reload. It'll take a second before this reloads. But now I should be... Oop, well, actually, I still don't have control yet. Okay, now I should be able to add that. Yay. Okay, so now that that's fixed, let's go back out to our main world. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what kind of... I'm trying to think of what could be drying out, or because that's what the error you posted implies that something is drying out and causing that crash. But I'm trying to think of what it could possibly be, but I'm not really sure. Let's make the I need to make the rest of the I need to make the sides for the and everything for the flask. I think I need what do we have? Wool, this bladder, and this leather. Well, it sounds like it's not the volcano itself, but something at least 12 chunks away. Let's see. Flask. Okay, so this is like little corners and this L, but I think you have to take out the bottom. Um that little L. And then I think it's like that. Yeah, there we go. Oh heck, did I mess that up? I did. Heck, well there goes a piece of leather. That. And then it's right there. Corners out. Okay, good. If it's not the volcano, well, I don't, maybe try looking around and see if you can find any like springs nearby too. Because like I said, that TFC volcanoes also adds in, um, it adds in mechanics with those springs. I need burlap cloth. So there's a chance that it's a spring, but I don't know. It doesn't really sound like. Oh, did you find it? Oh, okay. Yeah, if the if TFC volcanoes is causing that crash, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that myself as well, so that it doesn't affect my my world. I do like the I do like TFC volcanoes because it adds in that extra like it adds in that extra like renewable resources through the volcanoes. But if it's gonna cause problems, okay, now I got myself an iron flask. TFC thermal deposits, common block state. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's TFC volcanoes then. Okay, and these iron flasks can hold quite a bit. So if I drink from this, should yeah, this holds 2 buckets worth of water. So these things are amazing, and we can repair them later. But it does it still requires a bladder is the issue, and those are one of those things that we just kind of don't really have. But if TFC volcanoes is causing that issue, I really need to see if there's a way I can get that taken out of my world then. It could also be because uh one of the big thing that TFC volcanoes adds in is are these okay, these are dried. Luckily they don't get wet by the rain again. Um because another thing that it adds in is like the volcanoes actually erupting, and maybe it's like a volcano's trying to erupt or something, and that might be it might be what's causing that. If that's the case, then you might be able to look at the you might be able to look at the if I don't know if that guy has his stuff posted on GitHub or not. If he does, we might be able to look at it there and see if there's a fix, or if maybe if a new version comes out later. Yeah, I hadn't really gotten the chance to test EFC volcanoes very much because I end up not really living next to volcanoes super often, so but it kind of sounds like it might have something to do with like the lava itself flowing. Okay, I need more mortar, but I'm out of sand. I don't know if I have this is definitely not enough bricks, but luckily we're going back out to the beach anyways. Mineral sheet block. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. That really sounds like it. Because, like I said, it adds in a thing where lava acts differently depending on what kind of rock it's on. You know, I wouldn't be super surprised if it had something to do with the custom ores that TerrafirmaGreg adds in. Because I could foresee, because, like, there's a chance that it doesn't know how to handle the Greg Tech ores. I don't know if there's a I might be able to check it from in here. What's it called? Thermal? I don't know if the config in here will have... It probably has something to do with a lot of this stuff. I don't know if it has a way to, like, add stuff to algal deposits from all lava or spring water. I don't think that's gonna matter. But I wouldn't be surprised if what it is that it's, like, expecting the ore blocks from, like, from normal TerrafirmaCraft, and it's finding the ore blocks from Greg Tech, and maybe it's having some sort of issue with that. I'm not really sure why though, because it'd be weird for the mod to act like that, because that'd mean it wouldn't work with like a lot of other stuff too. But you can never really tell, because sometimes people, when it comes to like TerraFirmaCraft, and like a lot of its add-ons, a lot of people kind of make their add-ons with like the implication that you're not going to be using anything aside from TerraFirmaCraft, and you're not going to try using it in with other stuff, because like it's kind of weird. Like TerraFirmaCraft, like they kind of just assume that if you're playing TerraFirmaCraft, you're just playing TerraFirmaCraft, because so much other stuff just doesn't really have any compatibility with it. I might have to remove that mod from my mod pack then, if that's the case. Oops, hello. Okay, I don't know why it did that. Okay, but I'm gonna start digging my way back to the ocean from here. Oh, you found a fix? Oh, I think I already dug all my way. So I just have to do it on this side. I need to... I'm gonna write down a note to make sure that I check this later. Oops. In the config, you can change the slope distance, how far it flows. There's a chance that that might work. I was wondering if something like that. Let's see. Um, I don't get to really work on a whole lot of other stuff until I work on like my other stuff for the stream on the weekend. So I'm gonna make myself a note to check that out and do some testing. Let me know if you figure that out. Yeah. I'll probably, if you don't figure out a fix for it during this stream, which I actually have like an hour and a half left, so I have plenty of time. But if you figure out something, let me know, and I'll probably do my own testing over the weekend and stuff, just to make sure that it's not going to cause any issues. And I might try looking up online as well, because I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else has run into an issue like this before, but I'm not sure, because if it is something where it's like an issue where it's running into problems because of Greg Tech, like an interaction with Greg Tech, then I wouldn't be surprised if other people haven't really ran into the issue yet. But thanks for bringing that to my attention. That would definitely cause me a lot of headache if I ran into that issue while streaming. Okay, we're gonna make our way back out to the ocean, and when we get back to the ocean, we're gonna collect some more sand for some more mortar so I can finish that that cooking area that I have over there. Yeah, I'm wondering how that will affect behavior if you turn off all of the if you turn off the slope stuff. Yeah, because I'm wondering if it has like some kind of, because I'm wondering if it'll just default back to the base Minecraft rules for lava flow then, instead of trying to apply its own. Because there's a really cool part of the mod where it makes it so that like lava can flow, it'll flow different distances and different speeds based on the type of rock. And I wonder if it'll just default back to the normal. Yeah. I'm gonna run out of the shovel soon, but we made that extra one. Okay, so last of my shovel. So turning the slope to 0 fixed it? Is the lava still... You should check and see if the lava is still flowing, because the only thing I'm worried about is that it's just going to default to like lava just not flowing for some reason. But if that fixed it, that's really good. Okay, I've been talking for a bit. I'm gonna take myself a little drink, and I got my little drinking animation that you can see. Ooh. Okay, lava still flows. As long as it still flows at all, I think that's fine. It's it's a bit of a shame to lose that feature. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I was kind of thinking. Um, that's what I was kind of thinking was happening because I haven't encountered a volcanic eruption, and I was wondering if maybe it had something to do with you just happening to find a volcano right as it was erupting. Oh, where are my torches? Oh, they're right there. Yeah, that's some bad luck, I think. Just happening to encounter that bug because you happened to spawn like right next to an erupting volcano. But if that's the case, I can apply that fix to mine now. Is it cool? I haven't seen one myself. I hope it's cool. What is it? Slope? Yeah, so you said you just turned it down to 0? Okay, cool. So hopefully that means I won't run into that same bug later on. Thank you so much for testing that and figuring that out. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad it was such an easy fix. It's always yeah. No, it's definitely helpful when you can can read code well enough, because even if you can't figure it out on your own, being able to know where the problem is so much easier, because then you can find, uh, you can start from there, and you have a starting point to find out what the issue is. I'm glad I was able to kind of help you, point you in that direction too. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's really cool being able to figure out issues like that on your own, and being able to know, because I think that's the biggest issue with like coding, is that the difference between like talking to somebody who knows code and somebody who doesn't is that people who know code will be able to like figure out what the like where the problem is likely to be. I I've and that's like a big thing, because like error logs are so big and they're so hard to parse through. So being able to like look at through an error log and find out like what's causing the problem does such a it does so much to figuring out the fix for it. And it's hard work. I think that's something, yeah, I think that's something like people don't really realize is uh how difficult it is to just do that sometimes. Like, I think people think that like the hard part of coding is like writing code, but a lot of times the hard part of coding is debugging code. Yeah. Yeah, and that's always a big issue, is when you're dealing with stuff that has bad documentation. Which is why I'm glad we're going to later on in this pack we're going to be working in computer craft, and that's why I'm happy Lua has such great documentation. I just picked up rocks. I need sand is what I need. Okay, I need sand. Yeah, you can always run into that issue in coding, where that's why it's always great to that's why it's always kind of recommended to work on code in small parts at a time, because if you try to do like too much at once and there comes up an issue, it's so hard to find like where the exact issue is. And it's, man, sometimes it's as simple as you like accidentally put a comma instead of a period or something. Okay, that should be enough sand for now. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was in college, I did a little bit of work for my department, for the computer science department, uh, for tutoring, and I swear half of my job there was just like pointing out, are we winning yet? I don't know. It's hard to define winning in this mod pack. I'd say the fact that we have this cool road that goes from our base to the ocean counts as winning so far. And we did kill a pack of hyenas the other day, which were terrorizing us for a long time. So I have been winning a lot recently. Yeah, the only thing now we just have to worry about the tigers. And I think there's two packs of wolves that also want to take us out. So we're doing pretty good. And our other one of our other chatters in here just managed to fix a bug that yeah, I do have a shield, but the hyenas, and I think the shield would be helpful against the tigers, but the wolves hunt in such great numbers that I'm not too sure if the shield would be as effective against them. I do have a shield for when I'm going into more dangerous areas, though. I just don't carry it on me because I'm typically pretty safe where I'm at. I don't have to worry too much about, well, now, especially nowadays. I've got some black bronze armor. Yeah, so the wolves in this mod pack, the wolves are hostile. Um the wolves are they're hostile at night. They're so the way that predators work in this pack is they're either they have like a time of day that they hunt, and if it's their time to hunt, they'll attack, they'll be aggressive. And I think they also turn aggressive if you don't that's the second time somebody's mentioned Hard Rock. Our other chatter in here mentioned Hard Rock, but I haven't played that one myself. But mentioning ethical hacking is that's a pretty cool thing to be into, especially those people who do like the penetration tests for different software and stuff. A very necessary job because you're not gonna know what kind of vulnerabilities you have until somebody breaks through them. Jeez, 2 terabytes a second? Ooh, I love immersive engineering. I don't think it's in this pack. Engine. Yeah, it's not in this pack. But immersive engineering is one of my favorite mods. I mean, pain is part of the reason why we play these mod packs, right? I don't know. You kind of have to be on some level a masochist to play these mod packs. Because I haven't even gotten to the truly painful stuff yet. I've played before I started like this world to do streaming. I had a world where I got to the point where I was making circuits, and those circuits are painful to make in this. Let me show you real quick with our quests here what you have to go through to make circuits. This little circuit, um, this circuit here, you have to get this whole recipe, which getting these stupid deployers is pain enough in this pack. But you have to do this sequence with a steel plate, a resistor, vacuum tubes, and this cable. I'm pretty sure this resin board, yeah, this is kind of painful because starting out, copper wire, the only way to get this copper wire is to use cutters on a copper plate. Ridiculous amount of copper that you need for this stuff. Later on, we unlock recipes that make that easier. But like those vacuum tubes, how do I make those vacuum tubes? The vacuum tubes are also a sequence where you have to you need these glass tubes, and this thing has the whole glass working mechanic in it. But yeah, oh dude, I've done that once, finding kaolin clay while exploring. When I was doing one of the test worlds before I started this stream world. I settled in a pretty tall, or pretty like high elevation tropical rainforest, and I happened to have that clay like right next to me. Yeah, the big one in this mod pack for a while, it was or the big one is graphite, which even in base TerrafirmaCraft, graphite is such a pain to find. But the issue is, this mod pack has some different rules for where graphite spawns, and for a long time I was looking in just flat out the wrong stone layer because I didn't realize it had been changed. But they have they recently updated the book for this mod pack to point out exactly where to point out that stuff, because there's a whole section now. This was just added within like the most recent update. And let's see. Graphite and diamond. It only spawns in Gabbro in this pack. Dude, nickel's another one. I don't think I've ever found nickel in this pack in any of my other test worlds. Um, but luckily I didn't well, you don't necessarily need to progress too far into like the higher level steals. Not for a while at least. And technically you don't really have to, because while oh heck no, I wanted to play Scrabble. Come back here. You don't need to do it for a while, because once you get to just normal steel, you're pretty good. But what I really want is I want to get those I want to get blue steel so I can have the blue steel lanterns. Oh, it crashed again? Well, that's not good. Same issue. Hmm. Well, it might be one of those things where we might just have to remove the mod from the pack. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it's causing that many issues, might as well, as cool as that thermal deposit mod is, if it's going to cause issues, I'll have to remove it from my pack as well. Dang, that sucks. But yeah, I want to get, the main thing I want from the higher level steals, I mean, I guess the higher tier tools are really nice, as well, but the main thing I want is those blue steel lanterns. Just because you don't have to refill them ever. Although I don't even have lanterns, period, in this playthrough yet. I think I definitely can make them. I just haven't bothered with it yet because the glass blowing stuff takes a while. And I've been working on so many other things. I did, one of the things I did with my pack though was I did increase the amount of time that torches last, because I thought 2 days on torches was just way too short. I bumped it up to 6. Yeah, I haven't I've played other Terra Firma packs in the past, and I never got to the point where I made I don't even think I got to the point to making black steel in those packs, but that's really just because the issue with a lot of other Terra Firma packs that I played in the past, which it's been a while since I played, so I'm sure more recent ones have kind of fixed these issues, but TerrafirmaCraft itself, it kind of just doesn't really have a whole lot of good progression. Like, you get to the point where you make, when you're making steel, or like once you get to the point to making the colored steels, and it's like there's not really a whole lot left to progress through with this pack, which is why I'm playing this one, because there's so much more progression. But the only reason, like I said, the only reason I want blue steel is because I hear that the blue steel lanterns, you just fill them up with lava once, and then they just last forever. I do need to make more lanterns though, because I have um I've gotten to the point where I can make olive oil. And with olive oil, those lanterns last quite a while. Although in this pack you can also fill them with creosote. It doesn't last as long, but honestly, creosote in this is kind of a waste product. Really? That's crazy. I guess that makes sense if it doesn't um if it's using like a different thing for the torches. I don't think we have anything like that in this mod pack. Okay, I'm almost done building this pathway. Okay, almost done with this pathway out to the ocean, and then I can just turn all these into path blocks. Oh, see, there's one of my torches burned out. I'm gonna have to cut down a couple of these trees because the floating trees are a little silly. But honestly, most of these trees are actually just kind of they're actually kind of like hanging off the edge. So those look fine for the most part. And I kind of like this log that is going over the, maybe I will leave those trees because they're not really like floating. I think there's one along the way that is floating that we'll have to remove. But as long as they're not like completely floating, I think they look pretty cool. Okay. Now that we have this pathway out to the ocean, I need to start working on making, I want to make like a pier type area and some docks because I'm at the point where I can see this one's floating. Break this one. It's just a single piece. But I'm going to make some docks and we're going to get our rowboat here in a bit. And then we'll be able to go out and start hunting for some of the other resources that we're missing here. What we really need is tin, the kaolin clay, and graphite, obviously, because we need our crucible. And hopefully that isn't too hard to find. We're in a pretty warm area, so we shouldn't be too hard from where that clay spawns. And the graphite, since it spawns in Gabbro and Gabbro spawns under basalt, I'm probably gonna go to that volcano I saw earlier when I was coming to this island, and dig underneath that if I can. Hey, cool. We have a pathway here. Check. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. What was I doing? Oh. My mortar should be done. I can fill in this section over here. Oh wait. No, that's wrong. My mortar isn't done because I don't put any mortar. I haven't put any sand. That's why I needed to collect the sand. Okay. I wonder if those chestnuts are done. I need more chestnuts so I can put the logs here. Well, okay. Since I'm doing a stream, I feel like it's probably a good idea for me to have a proper house for people to look at. So that's the main reason. When I'm normally playing, I tend to not have nearly as much infrastructure as I do right now. Let's see. 6 in here. This warehouse is also yeah, I had to do this because I don't want to drive other people insane with my constant digging through the chests. I know, right? It's crazy. This truly is an insane amount of work to put into this kind of stuff. Let's see. Wood. I'm gonna go put these nuggets downstairs. Yeah, it took like 2 or 3 days to make that warehouse. Which does sound like a lot, but also I get sidetracked so often that it probably could have been done faster. But yeah, that whole warehouse took a long time. 7 double chests with everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's typically how I play, and that's kind of how it was. That's kind of how it was for a long time in this area too. I've got this cooking area too. Isn't this neat? Like it looks so nice. But yeah, no, I'm typically pretty unorganized when I normally play as well. I need to go I need to go do something with these animals. Hello, alpacas. I need to figure out which ones that you need to be fed. This place is the least organized place I have right now, I think. Now that I've got all those other areas ready. Are you need Okay, come on. Come over here. You guys should read now, right? Come on. Okay, cool. And one of these babies, the one that I haven't sheared yet, or there's 2 of them. Move out of the way. Yeah. And then one of the male alpacas. Which one of you doesn't have you? There we go. I did give my animals space, and it's because I've tried doing this before. Uh, before I added the before I added the parkour mod to my mod pack, I kept running into issues where if you don't give the animals enough space, the second you try to open up like anything, they all bolt. I had one playthrough where I got pigs, and those little piglets, they will take off the second they get a chance to. But honestly, I probably don't even need to give them that much space now that I have the parkour mod and I can just easily jump over fences. I guess I probably could have put a carpet on the fences too, but you know. Okay. Food for myself. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that I've managed near a spawn near a river in a massive open field. That's a pretty good spawn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the animals jumping out when it snows. Yeah. Spawning next to a river is pretty good in general. What I tend to do is I tend to follow the river out to the ocean, because being next to salt water is really nice because you can make brine and all sorts of other stuff. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. It kind of depends on what kind of rocks you have around. You want to make sure you have at least a flux stone somewhere nearby. What am I doing? I'm gonna put up this grain torches. Yeah, if you can, if you, I prefer being near, I prefer being near rivers because you can go up the river to Especially early on, you can pan for minerals, and it's a pretty good source of tin because you can find the cassiterite or whatever it's called um, pretty easily in rivers. I would have preferred having a river in this area that I'm in right now, but instead I'm just on this massive island, and it's actually been working out pretty good. Yeah, that one. I've never heard anyone like say it, like actually say it out loud. It's it's this cassiterite or something. Siderite. It's tin. That's what it is. It's tin. Let's see. What was it? Oh, there's a little nugget of silver in here. Mortar. The mortar should be done soon. Yeah, in like 6 seconds. I need to go get my bricks. Bricks, bricks, bricks. I think that's all of them. Yeah, that sounds about right. Cassiterite. Yeah. And that's part of the issue I'm having right now is that I'm nowhere near a river. Oops, let's put that there. I'm nowhere near a river, so I can't really get that metal as easily. I need to look up where it spawns. Okay, and we should be able to finish out this area, hopefully. I like... Oh no, am I gonna be... I'm gonna be short. By 1 block. Okay. Alright. Sure. Let's make a little bit more. I like the way that the mud bricks look, but I really don't like how it takes like the recipe's not nearly as efficient as like other bricks. I'm just gonna make another 8 of these should be fine. Okay. Let's see. What am I what do I do now? Straw. Straw is what I need. See, if I wasn't this organized with my items, it would take so long for me to do anything. Straw up. Our mortar back with the stone, I guess. So that's kind of just where we've been keeping it. I'll put these bricks up too for now. Let's see. Okay, put these out back to dry. Okay. We'll leave those there and then eventually we'll have stuff. Okay. What next? I need to make more food for my character. Yeah, that is how I normally play. Ooh, I need more grains. We have rice. Which, for some reason, the rice can't be cooked in this pot. I'm not exactly sure why. Because I'm pretty sure last time I checked, yeah, I can't put it in the stovetop pot. You can put it in the one over a fire pit, though. Which honestly means I think I'm gonna have to go through and um add it to maybe a I might have to add a recipe in for that using Cube.js. I think it's because it's the Firmalife pot and not um technically the normal one. Because I can make rice by... Oh wait, I can make it in a vat? Okay. We're so back. Because if I can just make it in a vat, I've got a vat right there. Okay. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. I never did make the barrel for the molasses. Okay. I meant to go cut down a palm tree like an hour ago, but I never did. Raining now. Hopefully nothing bad happens while we try to collect this tree because sometimes there are wolves out here. I haven't seen wolves in a while though. I've seen. I know there's some tigers. In the opposite direction of the ocean we went to. I found at least two of them back there. So we just kind of don't go back there unless it's like daytime because the tigers sleep during the day. And that means they won't attack us. Although I think at this point I could probably take out the tigers if I took them on one at a time. We did also, the last time I went back there, I found a turkey and killed that turkey, which got me some feathers. Which means I can make some arrows and I could probably just shoot the tigers. We've had a lot of issues with getting feathers on this island because that turkey was literally the first bird that I ever found on this island. Is that a no? It's willow twigs. I don't know. There wasn't a willow tree anywhere near that section, so I'm not exactly sure how those twigs spawned. What were we doing? We were making barrels. I need the feathers to make I need them to make arrows. And I needed feathers to make a quill so I can make a book and quill. Because I want to make a book and quill so I can like write stuff down in the book and quill instead of like writing it down IRL. That way I feel like it'll be a little bit more engaging for people watching. But I mostly need it for the arrows. I don't I never checked if there's another way to make them. Yeah. Write it down on a sign? Yeah. Well, I need something that I can bring with me because I don't have I have coordinates and everything turned off. And I have this pack normally comes with a map, and I have that turned off too because I have an alternative for the map. I have an Atlas mod at Atlas. And this one yeah, I could just bring the sign with me. You're right. I'll just make sure to write it down each time. But I have this Atlas mod, which is meant to replace like maps and mini maps. The reason I removed the mini map and the because it was like Zero's map mod, which is in Greg Tech originally or TerrafirmaGreg originally. But I found that I was spending so much time looking at the map and not really like looking at my surroundings. I didn't even need to collect that palm lumber. I had so much palm lumber in this chest or in this barrel. Um, but I was spending so much time looking at the map and not really engaging with the game, and I figured that wouldn't be very much fun to watch. Especially because like it removes a lot of the danger because those yeah, this one has the Feed the Beast chunk map and stuff somewhere, I think. I know it has the teams and like the and like chunk claiming through Feed the Beast. I don't know if it has the actual map itself or if it's just like if they unbound the key in favor for Zeros's map mod. My I already I did the palm lumber. I mean, I got a barrel. And I need that barrel to go store this molasses that's in here. And I'm just gonna leave it somewhere over here. and it's going to turn into rum. Oh yeah. I don't think I ever really worked much with the actual Feed the Beast um map mod itself. I've used it to like claim chunks, but that's pretty much all my experience with it. All right, so now I can place the rice in here. Should be able to. There's got to be a way. There has to be a way to. Hold on. There we go. Okay, barrel, bucket, water. There's actually water here. Okay, now I can light this and get my rice cooked. Yeah, I've never used the actual Feed the Beast map mod. I do like the chunk claiming, but uh, I'm not sure. I haven't run into a point where I'd really want to, um, where I'd really need to claim chunks. I know since we have Greg Tech, there's a good chance we'll need it later, but I'm sure there'd be some kind of instance where keeping chunks loaded would be fine. But with this mod, you kind of end up doing so many things. Like you kind of do it like one at a time. It's not like I've played all the mods. Specifically, the one I played the most was all the mods 9. And oops, I forgot to close the vat. Um, and all the mods 9, I definitely do a lot more. Like, I actually have stuff in that mod pack. I actually make sure to have stuff aligned on like chunk borders and everything. Oh, really? That's sad if you're just using it for a map. There might be, I know some of the other minimap mods have ways that you can like import your waypoints from other mods. Oh yeah. I've never gotten the chance to use those. I think I've played mod packs that had that mod in it, but I never got the chance to use them. And I don't think this pack has the drills. Okay, what am I doing? Am I just gonna eat? I'm just gonna eat a full pot of rice, I guess. Just eating straight up rice, which is it's funny because I cook the rice and then I make it into a soup. So it's probably like a porridge or something, I guess. But I'm cooking it again. I could just eat the rice plain, but I think the soups are better because they're more efficient or something. I don't know for sure. Yeah, I don't know why that just goes straight in hands like that. But this is definitely not the worst meal I've made in this mod pack. There was one time when my character really needed fruit, and I ended up just like cooking 5 lemons in a pot and eating that. And I think that's probably the worst meal that I've ever made in this mod pack. I'd like to assume that my character like peeled the lemons before putting them into the pot, but that step wasn't taken. So I have to assume that he just put 3 whole lemons. Yeah, I used to not bother with diet either, because it was kind of annoying having to check in, especially in this menu all the time. I need more protein. Should have added some protein to that rice. Um, but I got an add-on. It's an add-on mod called let's see, where is it in here? It's in here somewhere. It's this one. I heart TerrafirmaGreg, and that's why I have that bar at the bottom. And I feel like it helps why the my hunger bar and everything looks different. And I feel like it helps keep track of your diet a little bit more because you don't really have to go and check I need torches in here. You don't have to necessarily go and check the thing in your inventory every single time. A lot of times I just look at the bar down at the bottom of my the hunger bar and everything. And it does help because I'm pretty healthy right now. And it has helped us before because there have been times when I've been attacked by wild animals and the only thing that really saved me was having a good diet. What was I doing? I'm gonna put up this stuff. And another sapling. More of these palm saplings. And I'll put this up in here. I'll put my bowl back up on the rack. Yeah, it can be really difficult. That's why one of the things, like I mentioned before, I kind of did some test streams before, or some test worlds before I started doing the stream. And one of the big things I found out, or one of the big things I was testing was where I wanted to live. What was like the best environment to live in. And you can see my climate. I'm in a tropical rainforest, average temperature almost 20 C, and average rainfall above 350. Yeah, no, I've done that. That's definitely how a lot of my other playthroughs have gone, just surviving off of meat. Because like you got to eat the meat before it goes bad, right? Oh, I actually have some of my pumpkin. Ooh, and my wheat has come in. Oh, and I think my cabbages are ready too. So part of the reason why I chose to live here is because it's so we're actually in the middle of winter, by the way. It's yeah, it's January 6th. I have it set up so that my months are 14 days long. So we're like in the middle of winter and we're growing all sorts of stuff. Wow, that. I'll have to go through and change some of those rules. Let's see. Yeah, no, I actually am like extremely lucky that I found this place specifically because we're growing all sorts of, and another reason why this is doing so well, you can see that the nutrition, or the what's it called, whatever nutrition is for plants, the nutrient level for these is pretty high because I have some pretty dang good bees on the job. The Firmalife mod, if you don't have that in your pack, the Firmalife mod adds in these some mechanics with these beehives, and honestly, they're a little bit overpowered. They will go and deliver nutrients to your crops, and I have up to, I think this hive has crop affinity 7 already, and it goes up to 10. But once you get up to, like higher and higher, like those bees do such a great job. Um, Yeah. No, it's part of the Firmalife mod. That's another one of the things I realized when I was doing my testing, is that one of the things that you really need to do if you have Firmalife is to start on those bees early. Yeah, no, the bees are like legitimately overpowered in this mod. I have far too much grain. Some of that wheat is gonna have to get turned into whiskey. Yeah, I'll show you here in just a second after I get the rest of this stuff put up. My bee set up. And I guess these cabbages too. So over here, so that this spot over here was where I used to have my farm, and I just haven't torn it down. But this is my bee breeding area, and I'm not gonna mess with them too much because since it's I only mess with them when it's raining so they don't attack me. I think they don't attack you during the night too, but I really don't want to risk it. So these beehives, you see, I've got them breeding for crop affinity right now. Ooh, I got a crop affinity 9. So I have them in this pattern. This whole thing is 12 by 12, so the inner area is 10 by 10. What you do is you start off, you just put the beehives down and then you fill them with frames. And with this setup, they need flowers nearby in order for bees to move in. So this setup gets you with like pretty much the max. You see they have 61 flowers in range, 64 and all this stuff. So the max that they can benefit from is 60. So once you get the bees moved in, once you have your first 2 bees, you can start like having them breed and fill out the other frames. The first 2 bees are always the hardest, but I have them breeding for crop affinity, and I think if you look in the book, the Firmalife section, beekeeping, one of these has, yeah, so you have hardiness. I haven't bothered breeding for hardiness because I'm in such a warm climate, it doesn't really do anything for me. But this lets them work at colder temperatures. Production speeds up their honey production, but I don't really use it. Being in a warmer climate, I mostly rely on sugar. Mutant. This one's kind of dangerous because if the mutant trait gets too high, they'll develop like a genetic instability. Yeah, genetic disease. And those ones don't produce honey, which I guess since I don't care about honey isn't actually that big of a deal now I think about it. But it does increase like the variability of their traits. Fertility and the breeding, I don't really care much about that. Crop affinity is the big one. The likelihood of spreading a small amount of nutrients to crops. So the higher that goes, the more nutrients that they'll spread to nearby crops. So I found out like pretty early on that like bee breeding is it's actually like overpowered. But you also get the honey and the beeswax as well. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay. Um, and when it turns daytime, I could probably show you because they actually do come out of their hives and like deliver the nutrients. But you can see if we go over here and look at our crops, most of these crops have such high nutrient values because the bees have been delivering it to them. And it's turning daytime too, so we should be able to see them work here in a second. But these bees, like legitimately, they're a little bit overtuned. All right, wake up, guys. It's daytime. You guys supposed to come out and tend to the crops now. I know in older versions of Firmalife, they had because the TerrafirmaGreg, I had to like update Firmalife specifically because TerrafirmaGreg, the current one has like a, oh no, are you making it for the blast furnace? Oh, there goes the bees. See, these little guys, and they'll go find a flower first. Oh no. Oh, yeah, in this pack uh I'm assuming that's the like the immersive engineering stuff. I don't have immersive engineering. I don't have as big of a deal with that kind of stuff. The coke oven in this is fairly simple. And see, this little bee guy is gonna grab some pollen from this flower. Oh, geez, 182. That's crazy. Man, I thought the blast furnace was bad. That thing uses quite a bit. And see, now that this bee has pollen, he's gonna go find a crop to go deliver it to. Yeah, buddy? I guess he did deliver it to one of those while he was flying by. Yeah, it's at least it's iron though. Well, actually I don't know how easy iron is to get in yours. In Terra Firma Greg, it's actually fairly easy to get metal once you find a deposit of it because you can get like basically a full bar from each block, maybe even more if you get 2 dusts from it. So it's actually not that hard to get metal in this pack. It's just you do end up needing a lot of it for other things too. Oh right, I need to replant these. Oh geez. Yeah. Yeah, that's how much the sheets cost in this as well. It's just at least it's not something like copper or bronze. I hate working with those metals because of how prone they are to melting. I uh I specifically rush the Iron Age as fast as possible so that I don't have to work with copper and bronze as much. It's just iron's just so much easier because it won't melt on the forge. Still not still not fun though. Yeah, that oh, you know what? I think yeah. I know what you're talking about now because the sheet metal's one of those things from that's from immersive engineering. I remember working with that stuff, but obviously I was working in packs that didn't have Life in it, so I might have to try that hard rock TerrafirmaCraft later on if I ever finish this mod pack. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take to finish this. It's probably going to take quite a while to finish this mod pack. But the idea is that once I finish this one, I can probably just move on to another insanely long mod pack. I should probably get this junk out of my inventory. All right, what time is it? I got about half an hour left in stream, so we're going to try to think of something that we can do for half an hour. I think I want to go out. You know what? One of the things I want to do is get some of the stuff placed for those docks I keep talking about. And what I was going to do is I'm going to take these bricks with me and maybe put out like some pillars out there. Okay. I can probably run out there. Let's see. Most efficient way to make wrought iron now. Yeah. Yeah, the bloomery is annoying. Do you have I assume it sounds like you're up to steelworking, so I assume you have a crucible. And at least there's that. Because I don't know how it is exactly in that mod pack, but I know in most of the time with TerraFirmaCraft, you have to like melt all your iron in a crucible before you can because you need it to be in ingots so that it's easier to do in the blast for or in the bloomery. Okay, so let's see. I want to kind of have this be a little bit in line. So let's stay here, 1, 2, 3, and let's go 4. Okay, actually, I wanted to do it in this bay area. Yeah, at least there's that. That is one of the good things about a lot of these Terra Firma Craft mod packs is that they tend to have like ways put in to make it they have ways put in to make it so that it removes some of the issues with Terra Firma Craft. Like in this one, we get a device called a forge hammer later on, and the forge hammer let's see. Yeah, see, that's kind of what the Forge Hammer does in this mod pack. It can basically do anything that can do like a hit operation, like anything that just needs to be has like the 3 hits. It can pretty much do that. So like I can put the double ingots in there. Let me see if I can bring up the Forge Hammer. The only issue is it takes a while to get this. Yeah, so it can crush the ores, which is oh, and I guess there's like 1,000 recipes to go through. But like, see, yeah, it can take like, well, we won't be able to get low voltage for a while. It can do a lot of things, but yeah, it does kind of like that, where you don't have to do the operations as much on your own, which I really appreciate. It gets really tedious having to do that much. Okay, let's go out a little bit into the ocean. What are you, a jellyfish? I knew these were in the mod pack, but I don't think I've ever seen jellyfish before. I hope they're not poisonous in this. Okay, because see, there's like, maybe I should go out to that other area and see, because like this would be a really nice dock area eventually. And we do have the Firma Civilizations mod in this pack, so we'll eventually get pretty big ships. But I don't know if we necessarily need to consume this entire bay for that. I don't think we need a massive dock. It's not like we're playing multiplayer where we'd have other people. Okay. Um, maybe maybe something like right around here. Please don't touch me. I don't know if you're poisonous or not. Or venomous, I guess. Okay, so I'm thinking like right around here would be good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down. We're gonna pillar up these blocks here. And how many is this? Is this like 2? I think this will be good for like a foundation for it. I should have brought some like fence blocks because I want to do like fence blocks coming up a little bit as well. I actually should have brought a lot of things now that I think about it. Oh well. Okay, but that's going to serve as like our first little anchor point. And maybe we should put out like a couple more just to make it look a little better. That, I think. And we're not going to be exactly precise with this, so another one here. And I think that is... I should have gone and grabbed my... I need to go grab... well, I need to decide what kind of fences I'm going to use. Maple is kind of what we've been using for a lot of things. I mean, realistically, I'd like to get more... I need hickory at some point. Because I really like the look of hickory, but we don't have any hickory on this island. So, what the heck is a copycat fence? It's from Create Connected. I can't make it anyways. Okay, let's go back and... What else am I gonna do? Because I want to make like a pier. I should have brought half of that dirt that I had. But how exactly are we going to do the probably build out at least to this beach area and then start building with wood. It's gonna be a lot bigger of an undertaking than I was originally intending. I guess the pier doesn't have to be like cover the whole beach area. It probably shouldn't. Um I know we have cedar as well. Um we don't have the Douglas fir, we have cedar. No, we have pine. Pine would probably look pretty good. Maple is a good one. I don't really like the way that the palm planks look. I don't like their texture as much. They definitely have their place, but we're gonna have to go cut down a lot of trees, I think. So we're gonna go back and maybe clear out those maples we have. Oh, cedar, not cedar. Are they cedar? Maybe they are. Chestnut. I have chestnut that I need to collect for the warehouse. I'm gonna be, let's see. We got about 25 minutes left in stream, so we'll go and collect trees in that time. Okay. And I'm really happy with having this road. We have a mod installed that's like TerrafirmaCraft roads and whatnot. Uh it's like roads and roofs, which is what we're using for the roofs for our other things, so that I can have thatch roofs that you don't just fall straight through. And eventually we're going to have to pave this with like an actual road material. Okay, I guess we're going to have to eat the other one as well. Oh, actually those bricks that we were making earlier should be done as well. We can finally fill in that last spot. I just need to make one, so I'm just going to grab the 4 mortar we have. Oh god. Oh, thank you for the follow. Uh Paronomastic player. I'm not used to that sound. So whenever that happens, yeah, I get a mini heart attack, but that's fine. I need to go through and like change it out for something slightly less terrifying. Yeah, although I will admit, I do think it's kind of funny. Let's see. Okay. Okay. What was I just 2 seconds ago? Chestnuts. We need to go get chestnut wood. Yeah, I could make it worse. That is true. It's my channel, so I can make it worse if I want to. Okay, good. Our chestnuts are ready. It would be pretty funny. I don't know why the default sound is like that. I also need to go into I need to go into Twitch and turn down the volume on some of the alerts, because like I had it set up originally so like the alerts would be handled by OBS, but for some reason when I did that, the I just didn't get any sound at all. And so then I just switched it to being handled by Twitch, and now it's like it does that every time. Every time I get a follow, but that's fine. I do think it's kind of funny. Okay, we're gonna collect our chestnuts. I really like the way that the chestnut wood looks. We need to Another thing that we need to do once we get to the point where we're uh going out and venturing to other lands is we need to collect more trees. I didn't bring a huge amount of trees with me because I had pretty limited inventory space when I was coming out to this island, because, you know, I didn't really have like what I could hold on hand and maybe in the chest of that canoe I had. But so we didn't end up bringing a whole lot from the mainland, so we're lacking in a lot of things, like specifically tree types. But at least I'm glad we have chestnut because this red wood looks really nice in our warehouse. Yeah, my you'd probably be jealous of my setup then. I have 4 screens. Um and it's a little bit much. I wouldn't necessarily recommend 4, but 3 is nice. The only issue I have is that I have to look at OBS and it's a little bit small. Yeah, I have 4. Yeah, it really is. No, I think I'll keep them. But it really is a bit too many. So I found that like having a second screen is a really good boost to everything you can do. A third screen is like it's pretty nice, but I wouldn't say it's necessary. A fourth screen is it doesn't do a whole lot. My fourth screen, I have it vertical, and it did help me a lot when I was in college because having the vertical monitor, you could like easily put like documents up on the vertical monitor, and that really helped. So if you happen to like look at documents a lot, having that vertical one is nice, but other than that, it doesn't do much. Okay, hopefully I don't think things spawn above ground, so I don't think there's going to be any in here, but yeah, I've had these monitors for quite a while too. I have a really nice setup. I actually put quite a bit of effort into making my setup the way that it is. Let's do the 'cause I got like one of those big like U-shaped desks. I got it like on sale at like Office Max or something. It was still pretty expensive. But um it's been nice because I have all sorts of desk space. And I don't know. I just put it's one of those things where I actually spend a lot less time at my computer nowadays than I did in the past. But in the past, I used to spend so much time at my computer that I really put in the extra effort to make it a little bit more comfortable. No, let's see. Okay. Um, let's get these things stripped. Well, okay. I did want to put a torch up there, but okay. Now we'll be able to get some torches in here so it's not so dark all the time. Let's see. Hey there. You didn't get did a creeper sneak up on you or something? Oh ho ho no, that'll do it. Yeah. Um yeah. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. Those things are incredibly dangerous. But it's also really funny when your friends fall into them. That and the grinding wheels from Create. Those things like suck you in too. Occasionally. It's been a long time since I've had anyone to play with though. Occasionally somebody I know will throw up a server. It's one of those things where like I feel like for a lot of people that I know at least, a lot of people Minecraft is like a seasonal game for them. It's like somebody will throw up a server and people will play for like 2 or 3 months and then everybody will just stop. Hello, alpacas. I know, right? It's horrible. It's a terrible thing to have a life. Why would I have a life when I could just have more Minecraft? I have infinite lives in Minecraft. Okay, you need to be fed. The rest of you can starve. What are you doing? Have you been fed? I did feed you. Yeah, how just playing Minecraft all day is one of the best things, which is why I stream it. That way, hey, if I'm going to, yeah, I don't even know what day it is in this world because I have that stuff like I only wanted to get rid of the coordinates on. Let me check my F3 menu actually. Does this one have days on it? I don't think it does. I removed a lot of the information just so I wouldn't be tempted to like check it. Um, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Um, but it also like removed the number of days. So I'm gonna have to, although I probably could calculate it. It's January. It's almost been a year, and my months are 14 days. So you could probably extrapolate from that. Well, I guess it hasn't almost been a year. It starts in June, so it's been like half a year. So that's like what, I don't know. I've definitely had other playthroughs of this that really 100 days for your months. I was playing with my months being 30 days, and I felt that like that was way too much. I'm gonna leave these pumpkins until more grow. Um, what are we doing? Trees? We already did trees. I gotta put this grain up. Oh, 100 days each season? Yeah, that's a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, because 100 days per month would be a little bit insane. I would, it'd be way too much in each month. That would be like 300 days per season. Yeah, I tried playing with 30 days per month, and it was it was okay. I felt like it was a bit too much. I felt like the seasons just did not pass fast enough. So I bumped it down to 14, but I did like the 30-day months as well. There's definitely a lot of benefits to it. Yeah, it's kind of just like a personal preference at that point because I like both. Oh, I need to collect these grape seeds. One of these, eventually we're going to make wine, which literally serves no purpose in this, but it's fun. Oh wait, I didn't need the hoe for this, but it does break it faster. Yeah, I've never made wine. I didn't know you could get, I didn't realize you could break the grass with a hoe to get thatch. Yeah, I've not made wine in this before because I didn't have the updated Life until recently, and the old one. The one thing that we do have alcohol. We just don't have wine. The wine is kind of useless because it doesn't do anything aside from just being able to drink, which I think is pretty fun. So get the we're definitely going to get that at some point. But we actually do have quite a bit of alcohol. I just haven't been using it. I guess we could drink some before stream ends. Um, Let me go grab a jug because I aged a barrel of whiskey because this pack has the aged alcohols add on, and that makes it so that your aged alcohols give you buffs So here we go. Some aged whiskey. And so now I've got a jug of aged whiskey. And see, the cool thing is it gives me haste too. So we're gonna go chop down a couple trees. Yeah. Um this one and the other one that we want to make is rum. Yeah. Yeah, no, it drinking a whole jug full of whiskey definitely makes me cut trees faster. But there's this, and what we also want is rum, which we are working on. I have some rum because one of my add-ons, PFC Artisanal, makes it changes a lot of the stuff like with sugar processing and makes it so that rum is made out of molasses, which is a long part of the process. But uh aged rum gives you speed. I think it gives you speed too, but I don't remember. So we're going to rum will probably that would actually be really cool to keep some barrels of aged rum out by the docks. That way when we get back from a long trip, we just drink some aged rum and then just sprint back to the base. And my guy is flying with this axe. Look how fast he's swinging that thing. I really need these maple trees anyways, because we use maple wood for a lot of things, and the biggest thing is using it for cooking, just because it lasts for 2 minutes as opposed to like most of the stuff on this island only burns for a minute because we got like palm and capoke. Yay, sticks and logs. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna try to cut down as many of these. Actually, we're about to run out of our buff already. Yeah, unfortunately the haste 2 buff doesn't last super long. So there's actually we might have to make some other ones. I think it's I can pull up the thing for the aged alcohols. It's kind of funny where they put the the part that tells you about the aged alcohols in this mod pack. And it's weird because like so there's a setting in the mod. I do need to make another flask. The thing is we don't have any more bladders. I only got a single bladder while I was like from the animals that I've killed so far. And in order to make another flask, we need another bladder. We have the iron and everything, but without a bladder, we can't, unfortunately. Because that would be nice holding just, you know, 2 full buckets worth of use my own bladder. That's true. I could probably use my bladder and, you know, at this, I probably won't need my liver for much longer either, so maybe I can use that. But oh, right, the guidebook. This recently got added to the guidebook because somebody spent some time adding a whole bunch of stuff. And so the aged alcohols mod, there's a setting in okay, that moon is very bright. We're gonna ignore that. Um there's a setting in the aged alcohols mod that lets you see the potion effects in like tooltips, and that is disabled in this mod pack. But somebody went through and added in let's see, which section is it in? I might have to go into the entry index, or is it in advanced mechanics? Unfortunately, this book is just not very well organized. Is it in frequently asked questions? Um, but if we can find the thing that talks about there's a part of this that talks about dealing with hazardous material. Yeah, right here. Dealing with hazards. So in this section of the book, it tells you how to deal with it because you can't get the hazmat suit until you get to medium voltage, but you're going to need to deal with hazardous materials before then. So they're working on trying to like update some stuff so that you could make like lower level protection gear to help with hazards. But for the meantime, this section here just tells you things like um, fill your inventory with rocks so that you don't pick up the hazardous material, and or that so that you can pick it up all at once. And like you can put the hazardous materials into containers like a backpack or a vessel. As long as it's not like actually in your inventory, it won't hurt you. Or you could use armor because apparently armor reduces the damage you take from holding lead, which I'm not exactly sure why lead is like a contact poison, but whatever. Spring water can be used for regeneration, or you can use the potion effects from aged alcohol. So here it lists all the aged alcohol buffs. So like we could get aged beer, which would probably help us a lot with that aforementioned hazardous materials because it gives you absorption too. See, rum gives us speed too. And let's see, vodka would give us resistance too. We have we could make corn whiskey. I haven't found any rye, I don't think. Because those would give us haste 1, which lasts like twice as long as haste 2. And then it talks about like nutrition. So like eat well and you'll be able to withstand hazardous materials. Or just bring a bed and plan on dying and respawning. So it's a very helpful section of the book. Okay, we have about 3 minutes left in stream, so we're coming up really close to the end here, and I think we got quite a bit done so far. We got our whole road made out to the dock, so I think tomorrow we're probably going to primarily work on building that dock area because I'd like to next week start doing start going off on like an expedition to try and find kaolin clay and graphite if I can, and tin. Really, I'd really love to find some tin, so that might be the primary thing that we go after. And where does tin spawn? I know we have in here gasserite. It spawns in granite, diorite, and gabbro. So if we're looking for, I haven't found it yet. There's not really any here on this island, so that's going to be one of our main things. And luckily, it looks like cassiterite spawns in gabbro, and our graphite and diamond also spawns in gabbro. So what we're probably going to do is once we get our dock build up and get a rowboat, we're probably going to go out to a volcano. Am I? I'm not surprised. I've never heard anyone say half of these words. Okay, thank you. Very helpful. I understand now. um, is it actually casserite? Because like the word is, where is it? The word says cassiterite. Um, but once we're probably gonna go out to the volcano that I found a while back because Gabbro spawns under it spawns under basalt, and the um okay, I'll take your word for it. Um, but Gabbro spawns under basalt, and that volcano I'm pretty sure was made of basalt. So yeah, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, so we're gonna go find that stuff later. But it looks like we are at the end of our stream. So I'm gonna go into our little house and we're gonna log off in here. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to let's see, what do I say at the end of these streams? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to follow. I stream every weekday from the same time. We're gonna go find some casserole so that we can get some tin. Probably next week. I stream weekdays, 4 hours. It's like starts at like 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're not in Eastern time, just subtract 4 hours from whatever time it is right now where you are, and that's when I start streaming. All right. Uh, Thank you guys so much for joining me. We're at the end, so bye bye. I'll see you all tomorrow.